Okay, so maybe there's room for both strength and vulnerability. But let's get real here. Feminine qualities, like being nurturing or emotional, don't exactly scream strength. If a guy acts like that, no one's gonna respect him. Men are supposed to be tough, not soft. See, that's where I disagree. Why is being nurturing considered weak? I mean, taking care of others and being in touch with your emotions requires a lot of strength. It takes guts to show up for people when they need you. Yeah, but the world isn't going to reward you for being soft. People walk all over you. It's survival out there, man. You think being emotional is going to help you handle that?
Hello again. It sounds like we're hitting on some important points here. What we label as strong versus weak. Let's take a step back and explore why we associate feminine qualities with weakness and whether that assumption is really true. What do you both think?
I mean, look, I'm not trying to be offensive. It's just how the world works. You have to be strong to make it. I don't see how being emotional or nurturing gets you ahead. But isn't strength about more than just being physically tough? Think about someone like a parent who stays up all night with their kid, working a job, handling stress, being there emotionally. That's strength too. Just because it's labeled feminine doesn't make it weak.
Chris makes an interesting point, Jordan. What if we check the facts here? Can you think of any situations where qualities like empathy, nurturing, or emotional expression might actually be signs of strength rather than weakness?
I mean, I guess parents do a lot of hard stuff, like you said, but that's different. That's their role.
True. Does the role make the qualities any less strong? Whether it's a parent or anyone else, showing care and being emotionally available can be exhausting, but people do it every day. If it were easy, wouldn't everyone be doing it? Maybe these qualities require more strength than we give them credit for.
Okay, I get what you're saying. But it still feels like if men act like that, people see them as less masculine. Why does being nurturing make someone less of a man? Shouldn't being a man be about being a whole person, not just this one dimensional idea? I think society's got it wrong. We need men who can be strong and nurturing, tough and emotionally present. Isn't that what real strength looks like? But people don't respect men like that. They respect guys who don't let anything get to them.
It sounds like there's a lot of mind reading going on here, assuming what others think without really knowing. Do we really have solid evidence that people lose respect for men who show emotions or nurturing qualities? Or could it be that we've been conditioned to think that way, even if reality is more nuanced?
I don't know. Maybe. But it's hard to shake that idea, you know?
Totally understandable. These ideas have been around for a long time, and they're not easy to challenge. What if we tried to reframe this? Instead of seeing feminine qualities like empathy, nurturing, or emotional openness as weak, we could start viewing them as different forms of strength, ones that are just as valuable as physical or emotional toughness. What might change if you looked at it that way?
I guess I can see how those qualities take strength, but it still feels weird to think about them as a part of masculinity. That's the whole point, though, isn't it? Maybe it's time to rethink what masculinity even means. It doesn't have to be one thing, right?
Exactly. Remember the concept of dialectics we talked about last time? Masculinity doesn't have to be just one thing or the other. You can embrace qualities that are traditionally seen as feminine and still be masculine. It's about expanding, not replacing. There's strength in flexibility, in being open to more possibilities. You don't have to give up one type of strength to embrace another.
I hear you. I'm just not sure I'm totally there yet.
That's okay. It's not about rushing to a conclusion. Just staying curious, like you're doing now, is already a big step. You don't have to agree with everything right away. The important thing is that you're thinking about it, and that's how change starts.
Yeah, man, we're all figuring this out. It's not about having all the answers right now. I guess. I'll think about it. But don't expect me to start crying or anything.
No rush, Jordan. Just keep that curiosity alive.